It's like 4:30 in the morning. I cannot sleep. I'm laying awake. My mind's just racing. I don't know if this is going to turn into a YouTube video or if this is just me ranting to a camera, but fucking cold. I'm at a stage with the business where it's weird because it feels, I wouldn't say surreal. No, it feels surreal, but like I've been grinding so hard that I know that I did everything to get to this point because I know how I got here. That makes sense. Like when you start, it's very hard to envision where you want to be. Like people always just envision like a rich life, making a bunch of money, but you don't actually know how to get there. Now that I've done it for a year and a half, I'm like at a point where we're hitting like almost 2K days. Like we're at like 40% profit margins daily, and it feels like good, but it also stresses me out because it gets to a point where like now I want a 5K day. Now I want a 10K day. Okay, I hit a 10K day. I want a 20K day. It's like when am I ever going to be happy with where I'm at? If like am I ever like I don't know, it just stresses me out because I've been grinding so hard and I told myself, dude, I'm gonna be hyped when I hit a 1K day. Somehow like our one of our old ads hit a 1K day. Okay, cool. I was like, nothing changed, right? Nothing changed. Then I was like, all right. From there, it's like, okay, now I need to hit a 2K day. Like we're right there. And our ads kind of died out, whatever. Try to figure it out. One concept. I figured out one concept. We were testing like 10 concepts. 10 concepts a week, 5 every 3 days. Cracked the winner. Literally just like it skyrocketed in like 3 days. We basically went from like $900 to like consistent 1.52K days, and now we're still scaling. I'm a lot more stressed than I thought I would be because I'm having to test now 20 concepts a week. I gotta figure out what to do. Is it the right thing to do? Like there's no answer. That's the problem, and my mind just freaks the fuck out when there's no answer. Like I hate that. And so I'm just laying awake. I cannot sleep. Trying to think of like new ways to angle the current winning like desires. I had a really hard time like when we were trying to scale and figure out all these concepts and shit. I had a hard time wrapping my mind around everything because I was overcomplicating feedback loops, all these different things. And now I'm trying to like simplify it, create a hypothesis, test the hypothesis. Okay, write down what I learned. What do you think the reason the winning ad is performing? Test that. Is that the reason? Yes or no? If yes, test something to further clarify that. We did that, and we found an AI concept that absolutely ripped. I actually scripted one of the ads myself that's ripping because I took what I knew was working for one of the main ads or what I hypothesized was working, and it ended up working. So it's like a feedback loop in my own head that I know, okay, this is a huge reason why this ad performed that I'm going to implement in all the other ads. But then it's also like to get to that next stage, I can't only have that desire. Like there's so many other desires that I need to also target and find. And so I think I need to call my customers again. I did that right at the start. Before I found this winning concept, I went through all my orders and I filtered it by highest average order value. And this is something my friend put me on. I basically clicked through each one, called each number, had like 5 or 6 questions that I wanted to ask. And I basically did an IRL survey, called like 80 numbers, got a couple people to answer, asked some questions for like 5 or 10 minutes. They gave me a lot of clarification actually on what people actually buy this for. And also, clarified what age range is buying it, because I know that on Meta it shows, but when you call people and actually hear them speak to you, you're like you remember that this is a real person you're marketing to and it's not just like a robot on another screen like trying to buy your product. And so I think that was a huge thing that kind of flipped a little thing in my head where while I was like writing ads or while I'm trying to come up with new concepts, I'm thinking like I'm actually putting myself in the customer's shoes and trying to understand what they go through to purchase the product while they're watching the ad. So I'll watch it and be like, okay, at this point they're like, this is cool. And then I'm thinking, I have like my research sheet, I'm looking at the objections. At this point in the ad, what do I think they're thinking? Oh, well, how does this work? How does that work? you can handle objection. Like I know I'm explaining this as if I'm at like a fucking 5 or 10K day, but I mean, a 2K day is pretty good. Like, I don't know, I feel just desensitized because I see people on Black Friday hitting 100K days, and it just like blows everything out of proportion. I should be proud of myself, you know. It's a great achievement. I've been grinding for a year and a half to get to this point. I've gotten at this point. Like, if we keep scaling, we could hit 6 figures this month, which sounds amazing, but I know that if I hit that, it's just going to be like, now what? What's next, you know? And it stresses me out because it's always been like that for me. I always think of what's next and I never sit down to really appreciate where I'm at right now, and I think it's very unhealthy because it's never going to stop, and I need to realize that now, because I'm at a point where even just profiting, let's just say I'm doing 2K a day for an entire year and I'm profiting $500 a day, which is unlikely because 40% margins on a daily basis is not normal, but it's $500 a day. That's like that's a very good income, and it's just social media just completely desensitized that, and I think it's bad, but it's also good because it makes you want to grind more. I don't know, I'm just rambling, but I'm just laying awake. I can't sleep. We're testing 20 concepts a week. I need to figure out what else we could test to get to the next stage. I'm trying to move up the awareness funnel, so right now we're testing like solution product aware ads, so I tried moving up, and we launched that last night. So I have like our winning messaging and desire, but at a problem aware stage. So I'm trying to target a more broad audience. But then again, I'm like, am I targeting them in the right way? We have 2 main avatars. I'm also testing the winning messaging for the other avatar. These are all things that I also need to be more organized with, because like I'm so used to it just being so simple, but now like I'm testing 20 concepts a week. Each concept needs to have high intent. Everything needs to be structured because it gets to a point where it is a real business. It's not just, you know, dropshipping is just a fulfillment model. Like, you are building a real business, which again, social media kind of screwed over because it just sounds like dropshipping is bullshit, blah, 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 whatever. It's basically just a fulfillment model. Like, I'm spending hours a day marketing my product, trying to figure out how to get more people to buy this, how do I get more people to buy more. Like, there's so many things that just like go through my head, and I know this is a universal experience because I've heard people talk about it, but I've never gotten to the point where it's like real, where I've genuinely felt like I cannot sleep because my mind's just racing about this. Like, I've had times where I wake up early, I just want to grind, whatnot, but like right now it's like it's a stress and an anxiety of not knowing what to do. And so that's why I'm filming this video. I don't know if I'm going to post it, but I'm trying to be vulnerable and put myself in a position where I'm uncomfortable talking about things that, you know, people don't see on the internet when it comes to business, because the business world on the internet is a bunch of bullshit and it's fake. Like, I don't like that stereotype with like the dropshipping stuff and like people that post about e-com, whatever. Like, I know I post stupid shit on social media, but like there's a real person behind all of it, a real personality, you know, real struggles, real everything. And so I'm trying to be more vulnerable and document everything too. Like, I have 2 YouTube videos that I'm filming about it. Yeah, it's just a lot. I'm just overwhelmed. But then again, it's like I'm so grateful to be in the position that I am, and I really want to feel grateful. I want myself. I don't want to be complacent, but I want to be happy of where I am, and like, and it's an achievement. Like, I had it written on my whiteboard for like a year and a half, make $1,000, whatever. Like, and it just goes so fast that you can change. Like, we could be hitting 5K days next week. My life, like it is so. I think the word is linear. I don't know, bro. I feel retarded. Like, excuse my language, but I feel retarded. But you spend like a year just doing everything, trying to figure everything out. Matter of fact, losing money, going down, and then you just figure it out, and it's just you just boom. And when you hit that momentum, like, do not get complacent at all. Like, right now is the worst time that I can get complacent, and that's why actually, as I'm filming this, I'm grateful that I'm, awake, my mind's running, because if I wasn't, like, this is not for me, like, I need to be actively trying to figure out what to do next, how to get to the next point. Like, this is that drive that takes you to those 5, 10, 20, like, I want to hit 50K days. Like, okay, a 2K day, 1K, whatever, like, it's amazing, it's a great achievement, but I'm trying to get to 5, 10, 20, 50, 100K day, like, 7, 8-figure brand. Like, I'm not looking to hit these smaller numbers, even though, like I said, I need to pat myself on the back for how far I've come, and me and my business partner, it is amazing. But the last thing I want to do is get complacent, and I think that's also why I'm filming this video, is so you guys can kind of take away from this, and if you're in a position where you're under me or you're above me, maybe you're hitting bigger numbers, and you kind of feel the same, where you're at, I don't know, let's just say 5K days, and you're like, oh, but now I want to hit 10K days. Well, just, be proud of yourself. Be proud of how far you've gotten, how far you've learned, even if it's, or if you're under me, right? Let's say you haven't even hit 1K days or $500 days, or you've never really made profits with the store. Like, look back the last couple months and be proud of how far you've come, even if it's not, a numbers game. It could be, a lot of this is learning. Like, you never want to stop learning. So, let's say in the last 3-4 months, you look back and you're like, wow, I really, like, learned a lot about what I'm doing. Be proud of yourself. Like, you're not going to make it very far if you're just always feeling like shit, like, and I'm, like, a prime example for that, because the entire, like, when something wouldn't work in the store, I would get mad. It would ruin my entire emotion, and in business, there's no place for emotion, and I'm really learning that now, because, like, it's so fast how you can get unsatisfied with like, everything, because I thought that, I even told, Kay, my business partner, and I told myself that, oh, well, I'm going to be happy when we're hitting 1K days, okay? Now we're consistent 1K days, and I'm like, we hit like 1.7K yesterday, but it was less than the day before that. I was already unhappy. It's like, it goes like that, and I'm like, dude, what am I doing? Like, you've gotten to this stage, and now you're unhappy? Like, it doesn't make sense. What are you doing this for then? And so it's just like all these things going through my mind. I'm really glad that I put the camera down and started just rambling, because I need to get a lot of things off my mind. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to fall back asleep, to be honest, but I know sleep's very important, and I have not been getting a lot of sleep recently. But I also drank a coffee at like 9. It's a little stupid of me, but I had to finish those ads. I had to make sure I get them done. I didn't want to, be at my desk and half-ass it, because I'm dead tired. I don't know if I'm going to be posting this video, but if I do, I hope you guys can take something out of it, out of my struggles, what I'm going through, and kind of relate to it, or not, and just, kind of, you guys can see yourself in me, the drive that I had before, the drive that I have now, where I'm looking to get to. It, like, it's just, I know this is a universal experience. I just didn't realize how real it was, because I genuinely can't sleep. It's a blessing in disguise, though. I think it's not fair for me to complain in the position I'm in at all. So I'm gonna work towards being genuinely a lot more grateful for the position that my business is in, even if it's slower than some days. I need to be proud of myself of how far I've come, how I've gotten here, and just be excited for the future, and try to, let go of some of that stress, because you can't live 24/7 being stressed out. Like, it is a normal thing with business, but, if you want to do this for the rest of your life, it's going to be very hard if you instantly resort to stress when anything happens, because you're going to deal with problems every single day running a business. It could be the smallest thing, like, you're going to stress every single day. So just, try to be a little easier on yourself. That doesn't mean work less, but just come at everything with a little bit more of a positive attitude, and I'll do the same, because that's something I need to work on. But if you guys stuck around, appreciate you guys for watching this video. Very vulnerable, but I hope you guys can relate, and that's kind of everything I want to talk about. I don't know. just rambling, bro.